Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. So I have Lola here, which I haven't used Lola in a while. She's already prepped and everything. Let's pretend that we already did our nail extensions with whatever you use, whether it's acrylic or hard gel or poly gel, whatever it is that you use. Let's pretend we already did that part. And now we're moving on to the nail design. And I'm going to be using some gel polishes to do this design. This is by Nail Reserve in this gorgeous shade right here. The name is right there at the bottle. Right there. I can't see it because it's so tiny when I'm editing, but there it is. And then this one, which is my favorite orange shade from Sunbow, 026. Love this one so much. You're going to see it in a few. I'm going to start with this gorgeous shade by Nail Reserve. And that's going to be like the background color because I'm going to be doing some Frenchies, and I'm also going to be doing like it's like a tiger nail design. So I'm going to be applying that to 3 of the nails, and then the ring finger is going to be with this orange, which is, like I said before, is my favorite orange. It's gorgeous. Which I'm running low on this one. I got to get a backup because this was actually the mini size. Because I was testing it out and I love it. I love the quality of it and everything is great. So I'm going to be applying the first coat to all the nails and cure it in the lamp for a minute. I wanted to do for this design like a different technique using pigments, and you could create an effect like if it was airbrush. I don't have an airbrush machine, so I get the same effect using the pigments, and it's an easy way to replicate that airbrush effect. So I wanted to show you that you could also use pigments in case you don't want to invest or have one of those airbrushes. And I had bought a couple of pigments from my local beauty supply, and I wanted to try them out and test them out because they're the same as the other ones that I tried, and those were pretty good. So I wanted to test these out to see if they're good as well. So I did do the second coat off camera to save time. Now I'm going in with the Mia Secret matte top coat. I'm gonna top coat all of them, cure it in the lamp again for a minute, and I'll be back for the next step. Now I'm gonna start doing the French design on the pinky. I believe the middle finger and the index finger, they're all gonna be French with this gorgeous color that I love. I'm gonna be doing the first coat on camera. The second coat I'll do it off camera to save time, but I love doing this. I love French nails. I think it's classy, it never goes out of style, and it's always popular, and it's also very pretty when you use animal print on it. So what I like to do is just go create the line. It's like a guideline for me. I do it on the side walls first to see how high or how deep I want the smile line to be, then one in the middle so I know where the center is, and then I just connect everything and fill it in. That's what I do, and I find it easier for me to do it that way. There's so many different ways of how you could do French nails. You gotta try it out and see which way it works best for you and it's easier for you. For me, it's this way. So again, I did the first coat on camera, and then the second coat I did it off camera to save time, but of course I cured it in the lamp for a minute, both coats. So this is the pigment I'm going to be using. It's like a fusion, like a neon fusion, but it doesn't really look like that. It kind of tones down once you put it on the nail. And since I'm putting it on top of orange, it's going to create a orange shade. So I have to matte the nails first because the pigment is not gonna like stick well on a glossy, slippery surface. So I'm gonna use the matte coat again, cure it in the lamp, and then I'm gonna go in with the pigment. So like I was saying about the pigments that I bought, it's okay, how do I say it? It's not that intense. The pigmentation is kind of on the lighter side, because that's also something to keep in mind, because if you really want like that color to show up the way you want it to show up, then the pigment has to have a lot of pigment in it. In this case, mine's is not that pigmented, even though you see that bright intense color. You're gonna see it now. It looks awesome like that, but once you kind of fade off the excess, it kind of gets lighter. So it all depends, you know. There's different pigments. You got to test them out and see which one have more pigment than others, because they're all different. And I'm using a little round makeup brush. It's round and like fluffy, and all you have to do is just tap it where you want that pigment to show up and kind of fade it out. The fading is awesome because it fades so smoothly. You don't have to have any effort on it. And then you have to make sure to get rid of all the excess that's loose, because when you're gonna top coat it, you don't want to contaminate the top coat. So since I'm putting it on top of orange, it's gonna create like a more intense orange, and which is great because it creates a better blend, a better fade. And since I'm going for like a tiger animal print, it's perfect for it. You'll see. So now I'm trying to blend it as much as I can and getting rid of all the excess. I'm also going to use another brush to remove the excess before I go in with the top coat. So you keep packing it on to the desire that you want. If you want it less intense, don't add so much. If you want a more intense look, then you keep adding more to it. So once I'm happy with how I want it, I'll go in and top coat it. Now I'm going to be using this black gel paint, which I'm running low on. And you know, when it's running low, it kind of, and it's kind of old. I've had it for a long time, so it's kind of chunky now. I know I need to replace it because it's kind of chunky now, and the gel is kind of thicker than what it used to be. So it was kind of hard to like stretch out the paint as long as I wanted it. But I made it work, and all you do is just wiggly lines from each side to create that little the stripes of the tiger. And that's all I'm gonna do for the pinky. I believe I also did that for the middle finger. And with this gel paint, since it's on the thicker side, I've always had to cure it for 2 minutes instead of 1, because it kind of takes longer to cure in the lamp. So if you do have this one, or you have a gel paint that's kind of on the thick side, it's better to really cure it like for 2 minutes instead of 1, because, well, to avoid smearing, you know, because once you have that down, you don't want to mess it up. So just be sure to really cure it. Now I'm going in with this Legacy gel polish. It's a gorgeous, like neon, almost neon pink, like a really intense pink, because I'm going to be doing some flowers on the index finger, and I'm going to be using this color in particular for that design. Now I'm going in with a yellow gel paint, also by me a secret, so I could use it for the center of the flower. And from Legacy, I'm going to be using the white one because I'm going to be doing some swirls close to the flowers, around the flowers, and I'm going to be using white for that. Once I'm done applying everything and the design is done, I'm going to pop it in the lamp for 2 minutes. Okay, now I'm going to be using the yellow pigment because you can also mix it with your gel, your hard gel or your flexi gel, to create those trending flowers that are going on now. They're very popular. So I have it in clear, and you could just use pigments to change the color. I put these gloves, these vinyl gloves, because everybody seems to say that the gel doesn't stay stuck to it, but I can't use it with that because the gel, this one from Kiara Sky, it just stays stuck to the gloves. I can't do it, so I had to take them off so I could create the little ball. And I'm gonna do 5 balls of those and mix it with the pigment so to get that yellow look. And then I'm gonna place it on the nail, the 5 petals, mold it into shape to create a petal, and you could create it the way you prefer it. It could be elongated, it could be roundish, it could be whatever way you want it. And the good thing about this type of gel is that you have time to move it around, to play with it, to really get it the way that you want, because it's not gonna dry because it only dries with the UV light. So you have all the time in the world to like perfect it the way that you want, which is an advantage from like doing it in acrylic, because acrylic does dry with air and you have to be a little bit faster with that. If you ask me, I still prefer to do them with acrylic because I'm already used to doing them with acrylic. For me, it's faster than molding and doing the little ball shape and then placing it and all that. I prefer acrylic, but since these are trending, I decided to do it with this type of gel. And another thing is that the ball keeps falling and it was driving me crazy. And also you gotta make sure that the balls are the same size, at least all of them very similar to the same size, because if you get them a little bit bigger, then you have to take off the excess, which is okay. You can just take out the excess, but I find that annoying as well. Like for this last petal, the ball was too big, so I had to eliminate, like get a chunk of it out because it was way too big. You'll see me trying to remove it a couple of times so it wouldn't be so big. But yeah, I mean, these are popular now. Like I said, I prefer the acrylic ones. I like the way they look better. I like how faster it is for me to do them than with this type of gel and this method. But like I said, they're popular, so I wanted to include it, and I wanted to show you that you could also change it. You could get a clear one or a white one depending on the look that you're going for, and then use pigments or even color acrylic, and you mix it up and you change the color of it. So after I'm done doing all the petals, I'm gonna pop in the center of the flower a rhinestone, and then I'm gonna pop it in the lamp for a full minute. I got this metallic gold gel liner and it's great. I love it, but I don't know, for some reason, I don't know how it does that. All the product stays up in the cap, how does it get up there? I have no idea, because I never, like, I store my bottles always upright. I never lay them down. They're never upside down or nothing like that. So I don't know how the hell that climbs all the way to the top of the cap, and then it's dripping all over, as you can see in the napkin. It keeps dripping, and I don't know why it does that, but it is a beautiful gold because it's like metallic. The problem with this one is that I have to cure it for like 2 minutes because it takes a long time to cure. But the color is great, so I keep using it. I think I bought it at Temu or Amazon. I can't really remember. It was a while back. Now I'm going with the gel glue because I'm going to add some different rhinestones, different sizes, in the cuticle area there to fill that space up a little bit with rhinestones. Once I have all the rhinestones placed, I'm going to pop it in the lamp for a minute so it could cure the rhinestones in place, and then basically do the top coat. And in this case, I'm going to keep it matte so you can really see it, because if I use the glossy one, it's going to create a glare, and with the lighting and all that, you won't be able to see the design as much. So this is how they turned out. Super easy and quick to do, and you didn't have to use an airbrush machine. So there you go. I hope you found it interesting, and if you do, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, because that helps me out a lot. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye guys.